The actor never sent a single message. For 8 months, a woman believed she was in a private relationship with one of the most famous celebrities in the world. Daily conversations, morning texts, late-night voice messages, plans to eventually meet in person. There was only one problem. The celebrity had never spoken to her. The account she trusted was operated by scammers thousands of miles away, and she wasn't the only victim. Investigators later discovered the same scammers were running identical conversations with multiple fans at the same time. Tonight, we're exposing how celebrity impersonation romance scams actually work. Because the messages look real, the photos look real, and today, even the voice messages can sound real. At first, the scam sounds impossible. Why would a famous actor or musician secretly message a random fan? But these scams succeed for a reason. They don't start with money. They start with emotion. And once the relationship feels real, the scam becomes extremely difficult to recognize. Before this video ends, you'll see the exact message scammers often send right before the first request for money. Once you recognize it, the pattern becomes obvious. Fans don't just admire celebrities. They feel connected to them. Psychologists call this parasocial attachment. When people watch someone in movies, follow their interviews, or listen to them speak for years, the brain begins to treat that person as familiar, almost personal, even though the connection only exists on one side. Scammers understand this dynamic extremely well, and they exploit it. Instead of pretending to be strangers, they pretend to be someone the victim already recognizes, someone they trust, someone they admire, someone they feel emotionally connected to. That's where the scam begins. Most celebrity impersonation scams begin on social media: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or fan pages dedicated to a specific celebrity. The message often looks harmless. For many people, that message feels exciting, unexpected, personal. But the first clue is usually hiding in plain sight. The username looks slightly different from the real account. Extra letters, underscores, or phrases like private official account. Scammers rely on one simple assumption: most people won't look closely. And once the victim responds, the scam quickly moves to the next stage. Within a few messages, the scammer suggests moving the conversation somewhere more private, usually Telegram, sometimes WhatsApp. The explanation often sounds like this: my management team monitors my public accounts. Let's talk privately. The new platform creates a feeling of exclusivity, almost secrecy, but the real purpose is different. Moving the conversation off social media removes the interaction from platforms that actively monitor impersonation scams. Once the conversation moves, the scam becomes much harder to detect. And this is where the relationship begins to deepen. Scammers rarely ask for money immediately. Instead, they invest time, days, weeks, sometimes months. Daily messages, compliments, personal conversations, supportive check-ins, good morning texts, late-night conversations. Victims often describe it as feeling like a real relationship. And before we continue, here's something investigators noticed. Right before the first financial request appears, scammers almost always send a message like this. That message is not spontaneous. It's part of the script, because once trust forms, the scam enters its most dangerous phase. To make the relationship believable, scammers create layers of authenticity. They send photos, short videos, travel images, behind-the-scenes pictures. Most of these images are taken directly from the celebrity's public social media, but the scammer presents them as private messages. They might say, "I just took this today," even if the photo was posted online weeks earlier. Some scammers take the deception even further. They send fake documents, fake fan club memberships, fake identification cards. And today, technology has made the impersonation even more convincing. Some criminals now use AI voice cloning tools to generate voice messages that sound similar to the celebrity they are impersonating. To the victim, the evidence feels convincing. But investigators later noticed something disturbing. Different victims, different conversations, but the messages were often identical. When investigators compared messages from multiple victims, they found entire conversations repeated word for word. Different names, same emotional script, same compliments, same excuses. And in one investigation, researchers discovered something shocking. Over 3,000 fake celebrity impersonation accounts were operating at the same time. Actors, musicians, athletes, television personalities. These scams are rarely run by a single individual. They are often part of organized scam networks, teams running dozens of conversations simultaneously, each one following the same manipulation strategy. Eventually, the first request appears. It's usually small, a few $100s, maybe a few thousand. The explanation varies. Travel problems, contract complications, a private charity donation, medical treatment. The scammer frames it as temporary help, something that will be repaid. Because the relationship feels genuine, many victims agree. And once the first payment is sent, the situation begins to escalate. The requests become larger. Suddenly, there are new complications. Transfer fees, taxes, security clearances, travel arrangements for a private meeting. Each step requires another payment. Victims often believe these payments will eventually lead to meeting the celebrity in person, but the meeting never happens. There is always another delay, another complication, another urgent request. By the time victims realize something is wrong, the financial losses can be devastating. According to the FBI, romance scams cost victims more than $1 billion every year, and celebrity impersonation scams are a growing part of that total. Many victims are intelligent and cautious people, but these scams manipulate emotion, not logic. The relationship feels real, the conversations feel personal, and scammers deliberately isolate victims from outside opinions. They say things like, "Please keep our conversations private. My management would misunderstand." Secrecy protects the scam. By the time friends or family question the situation, the emotional attachment is already strong. There are several warning signs that appear in almost every celebrity impersonation romance scam. First, real celebrities do not randomly message fans asking for private conversations. Second, the conversation quickly moves to Telegram or WhatsApp. Third, they request secrecy. Fourth, they eventually ask for money. And finally, there is urgency. Deadlines, emergency payments, unexpected complications. Urgency prevents victims from stopping to think. One simple verification step can often reveal the deception. Reverse image searching the photos being sent. In many cases, the same images appear publicly online. Celebrity impersonation scams succeed because they exploit admiration and emotional trust. The conversations feel exciting. The relationship feels personal. But behind the screen, the interaction is often scripted from the beginning. The celebrity never sent the message. The relationship never existed. And the goal was always financial loss. If someone claiming to be a celebrity ever asks you for money, there is only one safe assumption. It's a scam. Verify the account. Send nothing. And trust skepticism more than excitement. Because sometimes the scam doesn't begin with love. It begins with a message promising to pay you just for talking. No meetings, no expectations, just weekly allowances, until the first payment never comes.